I am Max, and this is The Steam Room on GaySA Radio. We're talking about hot daytime sex between men, and I invited a dear friend to join me in the studio so that we can chat about this a bit more.
Thanks for inviting me, Max.
Yes, we have to use masks here. You know, I'm not really Max, but for the sake of speaking openly, you can call me that today. What shall I call you?
I don't know. Do you have any options?
Well, we can call you Straubs.
Straubs? What the?
Or Vanilla.
Now that's just stupid.
How about Lubey?
Lubey?
Lubey, get it?
Oh, yes. Lubey. I like that.
Okay then, Lubey. You know as much as I do how much fun a daytime quickie can be.
There is nothing better.
And as much fun as it could be, sometimes we take risks. Let's face it, a daytime quickie is most probably going to be a hand or blowjob, so it may be safer than any other kind of sex.
Yes, I agree with you that it is probably a quickie. But what if it's one of those things where you quickly go to a guy's place and before you know it, you are deep inside him?
Or he inside of you.
That's right, and knowing me. Anyway, when it comes to the whole business of STIs, we know that's a sticky subject, so to speak. It's something that can drive you up the wall with anxiety or even regret, because when it comes down to it, it's scary. It's scary to think of the fact that by doing something you love, something bad like that could happen.
No, of course not. Because yes, unfortunate things can happen when you're not fully paying attention to what's going on in the moment, or when a partner has not been honest about or doesn't even know his status.
One of the ways in which we can ensure that we do stay safe or that we make sure we have others learn from our mistakes is by having the conversation, just like we're having right now.
And that's what GaySA Radio is all about.
As it goes, being a man who has sex with other men goes hand in hand with necessary awareness. Being aware of the fact that it comes with a higher risk of contracting STIs for many reasons.
Well, Lubey, as you may know, men who have sex with men have on average a larger number of sexual partners.
And of course, it's easier to contract STIs during anal sex than during any other form of traditional sex.
And it's a well-known fact that men who have sex with men have a higher percentage of unprotected sex than some others.
These reasons alone shouldn't be enough to turn you off men-on-men sex though, Max, because for each and every risk factor, there are things you can do to protect yourself.
Knowledge is and always will be power. So if you go in educated and with the right tools in place, you really can shrug off the anxiety of having sex with other guys, because it's sex, and sex is meant to be fun and de-stressing and a relief from the day-to-day goings-on of life.
That's right. Sex is meant to be something you enjoy. It can be an escape, it can be a way to express emotional intimacy and so many other amazing things, or can just be a distraction during some off time during your day.
Now, do you know how to protect yourself, Lubey?
Who doesn't? We of course all know the trusty Max condoms the government supplies.
You know, Lubey, a lot of people don't trust those condoms.
Well, that's just stupid. As simple as it sounds, using a condom is a great way to get a load off when you're hitting the hay with someone. Whenever the mood strikes, make sure that considering your own and your partner's protection is always a priority. And the government Max condoms are SABS approved, so they are very good and best of all, free.
When you're having anal sex, a condom is definitely a must-have, because having a barrier you can trust opens up the fun of it so much more. Without the anxiety there, a door to experimentation opens up. I mean, whoever said sex with a condom was less intense clearly hasn't tried out the very sensitive Max condoms.
Gotta remember to always use lube though. It took me a while to find a brand I like the feel or taste of, but now I make sure I have enough in stock. Having the condom tear will only hold the game back.
That's so true, Lubey. And you know what? It's so important. So is getting tested on a regular basis, by the way.
Look, I know that the whole get tested thing is something that's been said so often that it's kind of lost its meaning. But seriously, Nothing helps you get rid of that terrible anxiety quicker than going to get tested. It also means there's less anxiety when it comes to having sex regularly.
When you've been tested, you hold a key piece of the puzzle. You know what you're in for, but also what your partner is being exposed to.
Something many men who have sex with men also deal with is hypochondria, or in the simplest terms, disease paranoia.
You're so right. You're talking about the guy who has a cold and then Googles his symptoms, and before you know it, he diagnoses himself with cancer.
That's the one. Surely it's easier to know your status because it makes your daily life much more relaxed. Knowing you're in the clear is definitely a great way to shoot a load.
I know my status. Do you know yours, Lubey?
Of course, as a guy who has sex with other guys, the best advice is to get tested every 3 months.
For me, it's best if I'm prepared. Look, I'm no angel, so I make sure I'm stocked up on condoms, lube, and whatever else I use to get down to the business.
What is on that list?
A girl cannot divulge all her secrets now, can she?
Let me guess. Poppers, a butt plug for sure?
My little box of tricks will remain my secret for now. Let me just say, it's never far away should I need it.
Even in the day?
Let's just say I have a smaller traveling kit that includes condoms and lube.
Looks like we're on the same page.
Tell me, Lubey, are you on PrEP?
I am not. I heard it stuffs up your liver or kidneys or something.
Like all medicine, there may be side effects, but I think they have been exaggerated. I mean, this is a pill that protects you against getting infected with HIV, for heaven's sake.
I suppose.
And when you're getting it on with men you don't know, the way some of us guys prefer it, there's a degree of anonymity that makes it very likely that he's not going to tell you everything. That's why getting on PrEP and staying on it is so wise.
But it's very expensive, I hear. Something like 500-600 rand per month?
If you go through a private doctor, then yes, it can be expensive. But men who have sex with men can also get it free from some organizations like Anova or Out. Getting PrEP can be as easy as going to your local MSM clinic. It's a daily medication that stops the ability of your body to contract HIV. As you know, this has always been one of our main worries.
I guess that knowing that HIV isn't something you have to worry about can be a great way to open up the sexual experience.
As long as you make sure you know the goings-on of your body that you call home, then you can stay safe and sane. I just keep myself in the loop. If anything unwelcome like a fever or an odd rash shows up, I have it checked out. And of course, you know, I test religiously.
You do, and you are so inspiring. I vow that from now on, I will also get tested as regularly as you.
So when it comes down to it, being a man who has sex with men does come tailor-made with a set of responsibilities, but that needn't mean it should come with too much worry. Sex is something that should be fun. It's there to get your mind off things, to help you feel close to other people, and to add to your life in a very positive way.
So, enjoy it. Have sex in all the fun and exciting ways you want to. But be safe. It's so much more thrilling that way.
My dear Lubey, I couldn't have said it better. Thanks for dropping by and chatting with me.
I had fun. We should do it again sometime.
We will. So, there you have it. Remember, if you need more information, go check out the GaySA Radio website. And if you want to chat with me, send me an email. Send it to info@gaysaradio.co.za. This is The Steam Room with Max, and you're listening to GaySA Radio, where you are family.